Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm super excited because it has been forever since I've done an edit video, and today's edit video is all about vintage coin motif or coin style jewelry. And I'm even going to be showing you something that was never sold to the public. It was a showroom prototype from Regency Jewels from the 1960s. So stick around, it's going to be great. Okay, so coin jewelry. It can be coin style costume. It can be plated coins in costume. It can be fine coins like Krugerrands or euros or antique coins set in bezels and strung on chains as pendants, and really anything or everything in between. Chanel is very recognizable because of its coin motif. That really is, in my mind, I think of coins, and that's very valuable. So today, we are going to be focusing on good vintage, collectible, valuable costume jewelry, one of my favorite figurals of all time. Okay, let's start with this beautiful Haskell necklace. This is vintage. This is a signed Haskell. So if you're interested in finding Haskell to resell or to collect, listen up and start taking notes. This one, this long one, is signed. It does have the box clasp and the hanging cartouche. And this is a lovely example of Haskell coin jewelry, still extremely relevant today. And then this one is attributed to Haskell. These came together. They do have the same plating in the coins, but the back is a little bit different. It doesn't have a hanging cartouche. It does have a spring ring that is correct for the later time period, and the chain is correct, but I would not attribute this with certainty to Haskell. I would say probably Haskell, and even with it being just probably Haskell, this still has a value of between $250 and $450 because it's so relevant and so wearable and so a timeless, forever kind of style piece that you can still wear. It's not quirky vintage. It's absolute timeless style, right? One of my favorites. And then look at them together. And this is how I bought them. Then we have this. This is from the 1960s. This came out of the Regency showroom. And the fascinating thing about this is these bangles were never completed. They were not ever plated on the back. They were made for a magazine ad for Look magazine. And they ended up not using the ad. And the inside of these bracelets, this is so fascinating. This is very large. This is so that they can be worn on different points on the arm. Look at this. This is one of a kind showroom prototype. And if you look at the other side, it was never plated. It was just made for that one photo shoot. And I have the other piece. So fun. Very 60s, right? And that's what it looks like on the inside. And if you look at them, they are actually slightly different sizes in diameter. So they can be worn on different parts of the arm. And then the necklace was completed, but this is a prototype too. Let me shake it out. So look at that. Isn't that amazing? This one, it is for sale, but the price is upon request. You can email me at hudsonvintage@me.com for that. And this is completed. It does have what was commonly found at the time as the Regency clasp. This is like these artichoke scales. They used this. And the coins also, interestingly enough, these coins I have seen in Haskell as well. but it is regency, and this was made by someone. You can see that there's still a little bit of hanging extra rings here. I'll get a close-up of it. So really just a fascinating time scale, really 60s, really one of a kind, really special. Okay, next is another one of my favorites. This is actually still available today. This is an ancient coin reproduction that's made in Greece for the tourist trade, and they do have different kinds of quality. This one is what I chose. I do love this. This is an excellent reproduction, and it is two-sided, and it's excellent gold plating on a 14 karat gold ear wire. And I've had these probably 15 years, but you still can get them today. This is a really great example of just how wearable coin jewelry is, especially when it's something that is a reproduction of something that's been around forever. You know, it takes vintage into even ancient, you know, it's why we love vintage jewelry, because it has that timeless, ageless quality. Okay, then we have this. This is one of my all-time favorites. I've had this a very long time. When I saw this, I instantly thought of Katharine Hepburn in Woman of the Year. Or no, maybe it was Lauren Bacall. I can't remember. But this, I'll find a picture of it and I'll post it if I can. Look at how great this collar is. And this coin absolutely looks real. It doesn't even look costume. It's such a great gold plating. And I think this is a Russian coin. Isn't that fabulous? Look at this. Look at this amber. I love that. This is my, I'm on an amber kick lately. And there's a lot of us in the group that are into it as well. See? So beautiful, so wearable, even on like a white blouse that's buttoned up all the way. This is why we love vintage jewelry, because it really transcends trends and keeps its value or increases in value. All of this coin motif jewelry that I'm showing you today will absolutely increase in value. This is another fun one. This is a bangle bracelet from the 1950s. This one, I believe, is real coins. This has the same kind of closure as the collar. And I believe this one is actual real coins. You can tell by the weight that have just been plated in that gold. And this is extremely wearable and fun. And the one next to it is a Trifari from the 1970s. That's over here. Look at this beauty. This is wonderful to behold. This, I'll show you the clasp. This has a signed hook. This is heavy. It's on a book chain style link. That's called book chain. All the coins are reversible. They're two-tone. They're different sizes. It is signed Trifari. This is so fantastic on. Look at that. And this one has a value of probably between $200 and $300, and it is in mint condition. When you're collecting vintage costume jewelry, I always say, get the best condition you can afford. The top three most important things in collecting anything, really, not just jewelry, is condition, condition, condition. And then we have this, and this is the last thing I'm going to show you before we get into the vintage 1980s, which is my favorite time period for coin motif or coin style jewelry. So these are also a favorite. These were made by Kramer. They're not signed. Kramer did this with a lot of different figural motifs. This one is coins and keys, and it's all layered, and they're fabulous clip-ons. They also did Silvertone. They did hearts. They did all kinds of different figurals, and this is just fabulous. You could just wear this any day, anytime, and be totally relevant and totally cool. It's cool girl vintage. This is 100% cool girl vintage. Okay, So now we're getting into the 1980s, my favorite time period for vintage coin style or coin motif jewelry. I just love what they did with the coin style jewelry in the 1980s. To me, it was the ultimate. I don't think there was ever a time period that did better. I have 5 pieces to show you today. The first one is a Monet on a chain. It is one of the best Monets. They are pretty hard to find. There was one that went in an auction that I missed. And then I was lucky enough to find another one that is over here. Look at this beauty. Okay, so this is an alternating kind of double link. It's rope and shiny links, very Dior, but it's Monet. And then it has this kind of a hook. And then look at these coins, right? One side is the horse, they're double-sided, and one side, they're, you know, it's after ancient Greece. So wearable, so good, wonderful, valuable, collectible, will only increase in value as they get more rare and harder to find. But you do have to take care of them, of course. Number 2 for the 1980s is Silvertone. These are Silvertone clip-on coins. These are huge. These actually came out of friend mail that were sent to me. I love these. These came from Martha Ortiz. Shout out to you, Martha. And aren't these the best? They are Duplay, Carol Duplay. I'll show you what that signature looks like. Very high quality 1980s. And these are worth anywhere from $75 to $125, something like this. Number 3 is a set. This is Les Bernard, and these are outrageous. This is the earring. These are also extremely wearable today. And for the vintage jewelry collector, there's nothing like getting a gift like a signed set. I will show you what the signature looks like. Look at this. You could put this on a chain and wear it as a pendant, but it is a fabulous oversized pin, matching pin. And I will show you what the Les Bernard hallmark looks like. And then we have 2 more. One of them is this. This is a scarf ring. I also have a coin ring that I sold that I showed in my ring video, and I'll link it at the end so you can take a look at that. That was 1980s too. This does remind me of that, but this is fabulous. This is a scarf clip. This is entirely useful. Look at that plating. This is pure 1980s. Look at that quality. Isn't that amazing? This is such a great piece. So usable. You can do so much with this. I'm just gonna clip it right on just like that. Like, it doesn't have to be a scarf clip, but it is a scarf clip as well. And you can also put it on a purse or, you know, be really creative with it. It's a really excellent element. And then finally, this was also in another video. This was a style video that I did on summer dresses. And this is one of my favorites. This is a bronze color. This is a lot like the Kramer bronze, but this is 1980s. This is unsigned. I don't know who made it, but it is fantastic quality. One of my favorites of all time because of the color and the chunkiness of it and the fob. This again, Cool Girl Vintage, 100% Cool Girl Vintage. So there you have it. Great examples of collectible, valuable, vintage, coin motif, costume jewelry. Now, what are you gonna do? You're gonna smash the subscribe button, click the bell, do all the things you need to do. Thank you so much. And coming up next week, I'm gonna show you how to pack your jewelry for shipping. If you're moving or if you're selling or consigning or whatever, I'm gonna show you how I pack my jewelry to get it across country safely so that you can send your costume jewelry wherever you need to send it and it'll be fine when it gets there. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.